It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This right here is Car Con Carne. Car Con Carne is a Q101 podcast. I'm James Van Alstyne, and Car Con Carne is sponsored by Easy Automation. Are you looking to transform your home, office, or business into a smart, seamlessly connected space? Easy Automation is a local business headquartered in Aurora, and they deliver custom automation solutions that are tailored to your lifestyle. Whether you're upgrading your home entertainment, streamlining your office tech, or enhancing the atmosphere in your restaurant or sports bar, they've got you covered. Their expert team designs and installs personalized systems, from smart lighting and climate control to audio-video distribution and robust Wi-Fi networks, all managed through an intuitive app on your favorite device. Easy Automation makes technology work for you effortlessly, reliably, and always with your satisfaction guaranteed. Visit easy-automation.net or call Dan 630-730-3728 and take control of your environment today. Car Con Carne also sponsored by Exploding House Printing, here for all of your screen printing, embroidery, and other merchandising needs. If you're in a band, if you're a musician, you may want to pay attention or write down the email address here. This is a local business. They're headquartered in the heart of Hermosa, and I want you to consider them for t-shirts, merch. Their focus is on small businesses, bands, brands, everything in between. They've done work for Meatwave, The Empty Bottle, The Music Box, Dante's, the Broketowns. The list goes on and on. You can see it on their website. And Jonathan, the guy behind Exploding House, he's been doing this for literal decades. He knows what he's doing. Besides the technical expertise, he delivers production efficiency and cost awareness to offer boutique print shop quality at much lower, large print shop prices. Check out their work on Instagram at Exploding House, or at Exploding House, or check out their website at explodinghouseprinting.com for a quote, or to see a list of some of their clients, like I mentioned. Email info@explodinghouseprinting.com for a quote today. All right. So I am in Oak Park outside Tacos El Tio number 3, I think. It should be Trace, numero Trace. I'm here joined by friend of a friend, the brilliant and inventive musical duo made of Claire Molek and Jason Savsani. Nice to meet you both.
Yeah,
hey, nice to meet you.
It's always weird when I've never met my guests and I just kind of send a message like, I'm parked west of this street sign. Look for me. And we have our first encounter on a sidewalk. Then I hustle you into my car. So thank you for...
It was exhilarating.
I've never felt more alive.
Yeah, it's the most exciting part of my week.
So I did get tacos. Claire, if you want to start distributing. I got a taco, chicken taco, pollo. And I got vegetarian for both of you. And some chips. And you know the chips are good because the bag is almost translucent from all the oil.
Like we should keep it in here.
That's the real thing right there.
ASMR with the...
So the new album is right here. It is on lovely, transparent red vinyl. It is Desire. Came out earlier this year. And to be honest, describing music is one of the hardest things to do. It was hard to do on the radio. It's harder to do on a podcast. Sometimes it's just easier to steal someone else's description. So... Friend of a Friend is known for their unique blend of cinematic synthscapes, tactile rhythms, and raw, emotive vocals. There, that's it. That works. Musically, for the two of you, I hear a group that wants to take chances. I mean, Desire, this album sounds like the two of you intentionally zagging mid-song when everyone's expecting you to zig. Like you go in unexpected directions, which I think is super cool. There's that word cinematic that I love. The music's polycultural. It's cinematic. It's hard rock. It's experimental. It's avant-garde. And maybe even there's some trip hop in there too. This music sounds to me like the kind of music that can only be made when you tune out everything else, get inside your head, and don't second guess yourself.
I mean, I think we're trying to do that for sure. That's our goal.
It feels adventurous. I mean, and yes, there are probably musical touchstones and references that we can think about as we listen, but this is an altogether new construct that I'm hearing here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Heck
Thank you.
yeah.
The most important question I have for you, and this is a question that wouldn't have occurred to me until I got the record. Again, Desire. Buy it on Bandcamp. Is this a concept record?
No, yeah.
It's just like a...
We're not really like... I would say we're just not really like... maybe into that so much. Like, this is really who we are. I guess it's like we're writing music that's just coming to us and how we feel. And I think some people are maybe making like an idea of something or a narrative, but I think that's very important to us.
In fairness, Claire, when I pulled out the lyric sheet,
Yeah.
every song seems to be designated as a specific expression of desire.
Yeah.
So the album is Desire, and each song, whether it's Oasis, Desire as the body, Mama, Desire as the mother, that's what led me to think, well, maybe this is, an overall vision of desire in myriad forms.
Totally fair. I think like for us, a lot of it is this is sort of how it fell together.
Mm-hmm.
And we went on the journey more so of discovering what the record was about for us, and then found a way, I guess, to share that with people.
I love it.
Yeah, it was like almost like the after it's made. It's like that those concepts emerged.
They revealed themselves.
Yeah, it revealed itself.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I mean, if it was the case, we'd be like, yeah, it's like we knew that's where we're gonna land, but it's like we went in and we're just like, let's go. Let's see.
it.
Let's put some, paint on the canvas.
And I think initially too, we started with Desire, the title track, as we were imagining what we wanted to maybe explore on the record. But initially, I think we kind of shied away from even having that as a title concept at all, because there's obviously a record called Desire by Bob Dylan that's sort of like kind of weird to compete or put yourself into that weird, like that's not, I don't know, like it's not like a direct reference to him,
after the fact. We're like,
we're like,
Yeah, I'm not sure which song is your Hurricane on this one.
yeah, like it doesn't, like for a moment I was like, well, maybe, I was like, no, this is just not the same thing,
See, and I didn't even go right to Dylan. There are 2 songs on the album that are also names of U2 songs.
No way.
Gloria.
No.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, I mean, Gloria is like, that's pretty like,
It's old school.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, Desire.
yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
ubiquitous.
I didn't.
What is this
know.
YouTube song of
This is-
Desire? We're
this is a great
terrible.
reveal. This is like a great learning
we should've-
learning experience.
We should have
as
maybe
well.
done a little more research.
Yeah, we did. So it's clearly highlighting. It's like that's just what came out.
Was it-
we didn't do our homework.
But the song Desire, since we're on topic here, talk a little bit about that, because there are really interesting sounds in this. It almost has an Eastern vibe to it.
I think that we were just jamming. I think this was maybe sometime before we started thinking about the songs for the albums. We like to explore a lot of alternate tunings and stuff like that, but maybe not through the lens of it's necessarily Eastern or not, but maybe that's maybe Claire, at the root, Claire and I, when we started this band, we're a flamenco band. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so that's where maybe we're those
You strayed a bit
influences
from those beginnings.
Yeah, no, totally. It's totally left, but it's almost like this. We made this song on a classical guitar, so and on a flamenco guitar, so maybe that's where it's just that expression,
It's
and
finger
rhythm.
picking and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of a lot of our songs will just be jamming on a lot of types of flamenco guitar, and that kind of lends itself to just some levels of expression and intensities. That maybe
Textures,
textures and
rhythms.
percussion and stuff like that, because it's
Am I correct in saying that you 2 are very well matched in this group? You kind of found your person for music?
That's so cozy.
yeah,
100%. We just are so lucky. I mean, we knew each other for quite a while before we started the band, and we were acquaintances, the kind of acquaintances that you see at a party, but you're just it's hey,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
bye. That was it. I mean,
And she was she was a friend. That's hence the band name, Friend of Friend. She was a friend. We both had a mutual friend in common, and definitely did not share that I play guitar, or that she sings. So for many years, we'd meet up and I'm like, "That's Claire," and you're like, "Oh, that's Jane." And we'd just be have these very topical conversations and stuff,
wild.
not knowing that it's this is someone that you're going to be spending exorbitant amount of hours with on the road, crafting albums and stuff. So we sometimes do the thought exercise. It's not the healthiest. We're what if we started long time ago? You know what I'm saying? But we realize it's when we finally realize that, we both have this musical sensibility. We jammed once and literally made a song that night.
That's
and
awesome.
jammed every day ever since.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know. That's true. 100%.
And now, does the friend of a friend, is that person guest listed for life?
Yeah, for sure.
It seems
one's for you.
only fair. I'm going to have a chip.
Okay, this is your taco though.
Oh, it's my taco.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to eat unless you feel weird about it. Some people feel weird. I got over it a long
No,
time
we're
ago.
gonna eat. What are you talking about?
That
Oh,
sounds
there's
awesome.
cheese on it.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, we're good.
We
We're good.
appreciate you.
We're good.
James is lamenting that there's cheese because Jason and I.
I requested no cheese. It's on the receipt. I brought receipts.
No.
Yeah.
We've become really kind of like Olympic eaters after being on the road so long. When you are just used to eating at any random place
Yeah.
and just the worst quality foods, it really takes a toll on your body.
bet.
So
Yeah,
we
it's like
started just not really eating out, and it kind of changed our lives. But we're gonna really enjoy this.
Yeah,
so
we're all about.
Don't worry.
And Sandra, we love
It will be enjoyed.
eating out and all that
and,
sort of
and
stuff.
we
I
do
think we're
love
just like-
meat. Like I'm crushing
Claire's
the
got the
meats.
Eastern European Croatian.
100% crushing the meats. You know.
Yeah, where I grew up in an Indian house where it's just like eating meat is like the worst thing you can do.
So let's get into desire. I kind of hinted toward this when I talked about zigging and zagging, but one of the first things that strikes me when I listen to this album is just the tempo changes. Just lots of interesting maneuvering and direction change, shifting throughout.
That's like cool. Like I think like for us, they're just coming out. Like the songs are just coming out. We're jamming, and then we all do our best to craft and serve
Yeah.
like a universe around it, and serve the song and serve what is coming to us. And I think we've been really blessed to have just amazing musicians around us that we love and trust that also see where this is going.
They're
You know
cool
what I
with
mean?
our
That are cool with
craziness
our
that naturally
crazy,
comes
yeah.
out. Yeah.
And that have helped us, build those worlds together. And because we obviously are not doing this alone. Like we
Right.
don't play the drums. And
Yeah, I think that we don't, like, in that sense, yeah, like some of those things where it's like, I think we're like, oh, do you guys like consciously think about those things? And it's like, we're just jamming, and that, a lot of times, a lot of these tunes are like, that are on this album are kind of like, the arrangements are like the first or second time of us playing them from a jam session.
yeah, because
Right.
I'll just fall in love with it. I'll be like, it's got to be like.
Yeah, you guys are well matched. Oasis talks about making love on the freeway. What I love about that song, the lyrics kind of match the song, because the song feels like a road trip to me. It has that kind of, going back to the word cinematic, it has that cinematic feel of taking a road trip.
That's like what it feels like to you. Like that's rap, We wrote a lot of that when we were in the desert doing the last record, where our co-producer used to live, Jordan, and it kind of feels like everything's the highway out there. Like,
Yeah, and we kind of
You
got
know?
lost in our thoughts. It's like, I think people think it's like the desert, or like the Joshua Tree area. It's like going for a weekend. Oh, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, we definitely need those.
Yeah, we learned it's
Although
like
not ladylike. Thank you.
going for a weekend is fun, but it's like when you're there for, weeks upon weeks recording an album, you're like, this is some pretty brutal. It's a pretty brutal environment.
Yeah.
And I think that it just really cleared our head, and just to make even that song, we just felt like there's space to explore the cinematicness, to explore, different epicness that comes out from just maybe what we were saying is like we're just having a really clear, no rules type place. I don't know.
I want to jump around to FTV, From the Vein. I love the way this one sneaks in. You've got birds chirping. It sounds like listening to a warped, like, educational tape. It's
Yeah.
super cool.
Cool.
And then there's that creepy whispering, Claire. You cannot save me from the fame, or from the vein, or from the vein. Is this about narcotics, or am I taking this too literally?
It's so funny that you asked that, because like we just on the last tour, somebody gave us like Narcan to like just in case like we were gonna have some sort of fentanyl.
You guys seem well adjusted, but just in case, yeah.
100%. And like we don't even drink, so it's like we're like it's just so odd. And then somebody else was like, yeah, I feel like this is like fentanyl rock. It was just so odd. We were like, that's so funny. Like we don't do fentanyl.
We're just tapping into. We're just
tapping the vein. But
But you know what? The thing is, a lot of people have a problem with that in this country. It's really serious.
I agree.
It's pretty nuts. So I feel like maybe some of it is just like picking up on the energy that's around us. And
and that was made in I don't know if we've shared, James, but it's like was made in like this crazy house.
I was going to ask about that. I feel that's the obvious question to ask you. You recorded in a notoriously haunted former exorcism site house.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Now, are you believers?
In ghosts?
Yeah.
I mean,
spoiler warning, I'm not. So I'm very cynical when I hear stories like this.
Yeah. So just for context, I think when people like have heard of that, it's like people think it's like we're ghost hunters and we're like seeking that out, and you know how like artists in a lot of artists they'll pursue like a house where it's like, you know, I think it's like 9 Inch Nails, it's like that's where Sharon Tate was murdered or what, you know, and you're like and we're not into that energy, you know what I'm saying? So we got this place in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, in like the countryside. We're like, this seems like a great place to record, you know, and like really explore it, get our head on right.
I'm sure only good things have happened here.
Yeah, it's perfect and safe and cozy. And so, yeah, we definitely not seeking it. We were like catfished into this. We're not seeking it. It was old switcheroo. And then we find out later, and I can, you know, we get there and we're like, this vibe is off right away.
Like,
and
conspicuously so.
Totally. And for context, it's like we're not the type of people. We've toured a bunch and we've stayed in so many like weird places. We've never been anywhere. We're right away. We're like, nope, this is off.
Wow.
No, thank you. You know. So just for context, we're not seeking that out or like. And then we realize it's like we're there for like 3 days, and then.
So you didn't have gear with you to like track electromagnetic pulses in the room, or
just the pedals misbehaving, you know, which was great. So a lot of that got into the album. So, but yeah, and then it's like the owner of the house calls and he's like, hey, you know, it's like if you go into the town, it's like the townspeople, they're gonna tell you to like get out, and they're gonna tell you that that's a haunted house and you're not safe.
It's straight out of a movie,
right?
We never did, by the way, and we were clearly the random staying at the one random place.
Yeah.
To be fair,
and it's like that. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because it was like, at that point we were already scared, and then instantly I was like, bro, that's how you start a scary movie.
That's 100% how you start a scary movie.
And we're like, we're not sleep, and then literally like we're sleeping with the lights on, the doors open. We're like, this is creepy. I slept like 2 hours a night, and I'm not the best with like low sleep. So it's like, and even Jordan, our producer, was like, dude, he's like, I've never seen you so tired in my life. And so we're just coming down doing takes. Like we're like, I'm like, everyone's asleep, and I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm just like recording at like 1 a.m. by myself, and I'm like, I think I felt something on my neck or something, you know, just weird stuff. But we didn't know this until we got home, and Claire, I don't know if you talked to your sister or something who's in the ghost stuff.
My sister loves this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, Grace, this place was mega haunted. It was so weird. The vibes were so off. And she goes, if you think the vibes are that off, I bet you it is like on Ghost Hunters or something. And I was like, it's not on Ghost Hunters, dude. And she was like, no, I know it is. Where was it again? And she just did one little Google search and it all came.
And you're at like Spook Central, ground zero for all things paranormal.
It was really wild. There was some crazy numerology stuff that was happening, and it really felt like we were being protected, like in the tracks and how they originally tracked at like certain numbers. You know, I think we went through a really intense experience making the record, but none of us were like consciously like together sitting in a room being like, oh, there are definitely ghosts here. We were all like, let's like get through this. Like Jason doesn't want to hear about the ghosts for sure. Like from day one was like, if you see anything, like I don't want to know. And you know, I think it can be such a personal experience, your understanding of what you can't see. So, you know, a lot of the time those are things we sort of just kind of keep to ourselves, and especially if they're scary, you know. Just trying to get through them.
Yeah, And it made it, in that sense, like, I don't know, it's like a band, you're doing the touring, you're doing, all these sort of like triumphant kind of battles with yourself and with your bandmate and like, all those sort of things. And I think in some ways it was like, you could say it's a gift, right? Maybe in hindsight. At the time, we're like, okay, this is crazy. But it's like, it created a centering effect of like, hey, we're in this together. We want to create the best album we can, and these are the circumstances. And I think we've had a lot of practice on taking adversity, and that's a lot of our music. It's like taking adversity and building something hopeful, cinematic, epic, larger than life. And that's really how we view this band.
I love that.
On Hope.
Well, this is a terrible segue, but while we're on the topic of haunting, I think Gloria is a fairly haunting song. There's that kind of cold and urgent programming happening behind the vocals. And Claire, you stretch out in all kinds of directions on this one vocally. This is a fun one to listen to because there is that kind of cold and warm balance between the programming, your voice. It's like a McDLT. You've got the cold side and the hot side.
That's what I've never heard. I never thought about
I've never said that. So
That's really cool.
It is. Again, not to go back to the topic of meat, but no, but I love that one, and it's kind of tucked midway into the album too. It's a nice. I'm a fan of track listing, like smart sequencing of songs, like threading the needle through that entire journey from open to close.
Yeah, totally.
Did you labor over how to sequence this album?
Claire is a beast at it. She goes through it.
I go pretty hard.
She goes hard in the paint.
She
goes hard in the paint on that.
It can be sort of like a contentious thing between like us and Jordan. Like at the end where we'll be like, I feel like it has to be like this. It has to be like this. But then it all sort of settles into where it just needs to go, I think, too.
Yeah, we just like cruise. We do a lot of cruising. They're just, just driving around. And then it's like a lot of times we're in that sense, I think we're very open, where we'll just try different things. Like I think in that sense, it's very nice to collab on it. And then it's like, we'll go like left field, like let's try the craziest order.
Right.
Let's try this. And then it's like, every album we've done, we're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And it's not even a big, we're like, okay, we get it. Yeah.
Well, and one of the reasons why I ask, Maverick is at the end. And it's not necessarily a decisive closer. It kind of leaves me feeling a little uncomfortable walking away from the album, which I don't know if that was an intentional.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I think it should. I think it should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
More to come.
I think in general, like, like artworks that like do resolve can be kind of boring,
Fair.
Like we come to art to learn and explore and discover, not to be told like what to do or what it is. And we live in a world now that's so fractured that there's not really those answers in such a linear way, I think.
I agree. Yeah. So I know you've been touring like crazy. What does the rest of your year look like?
So we've got some dates coming up with Oslo on the West Coast, which we're really excited about. And then we have some East Coast dates after that we're announcing in a couple days that everyone will hear about in just a few days with the Spirals. They're really cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Psych rock band, yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know you're keeping busy, and I feel lucky to have you cornered for a night. Knowing how busy.
Thank you. I think I've spilled some salsa on your console here. I've cleaned it up, though.
I got you.
I promise you worse things have happened.
Okay, cool.
But thank you for pointing it out. Some people like try to ignore it and not call attention to it. I'd rather. I appreciate your transparency. That's what I would expect from a friend of a friend.
Mid interview, I got your back. I got your back.
And since you are doing so much touring, like how close do you feel to your hometown? It is. I mean, are you feeling more fragmented as you're hitting the road more often? Do you still feel that tether to your localness?
I think that it always. I think that Chicago. We're from here. You know what I'm saying? And so I think the road does some things of opening us up to new experiences. Yeah. And we just got back from like some festivals in Austria and stuff like that, in Germany and stuff. Yeah. It was really, really fun. And when we're out there, we're like, oh man, maybe that's like the hardest way. We're like, everything's better here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like from a self-awareness
Grass is
perspective.
always greener.
But
Yeah.
then it's like we come back and we're like, oh yeah, we love this city. And I guess we've been watching a lot of The Bear. And I'm like, this is the best. I love it. So,
It's
yeah.
like so easy to fall back in love with Chicago
Yeah.
from that show.
no. And there's pioneers and innovators like you, because I remember listening to Local 101 and
Oh,
stuff
wow.
like that. Really, you're a real one, man. Getting
you.
Chicago scene, music
Thank
scene.
you.
So this is an honor to be
Oh,
talking about in here.
it's mutual. I love the music you're making. Thank you for doing this. Sorry about the cheese on the tacos. I know you said it's okay.
It's delicious.
It's gonna
It's all good.
It's gonna haunt me. Thank you so much. By the way, if you want to get hooked back into Chicago, we couldn't be out on a nicer summer night. It's like 60 degrees. It's hoodie weather. This sells the Midwest for the entire year. This
It's
is why
so
we
funny that
endure
you
the
say
winters.
that because like I almost wore a blanket. Like I'm just like, man, it's cold. And
We have poor circulation. That's what's going on. We're like, yo, this is cool. Because it's like literally like James we'll drive on tour and it'll be like 90 degrees. We'll turn the AC off, keep the windows up, and we'll just roast
Yeah, we
and sweat.
Oh, I can't relate to that at all. Not at all.
we'll like try and out roast each other.
Yeah.
And then like crown a roast master.
We do. We pass it back and forth. Like
We
it's like
love it.
Claire is the roast master, or sometimes, and then I'm like, I need to get the crown back. So we're just like we're sun bros. We're just trying to just
That's amazing.
This is
roast each other.
this is how we knew we were really compatible.
Yeah, no,
I
that-
think, from the
that-
beginning.
That seals the deal for sure. All right, well, friend of a friend, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
thank
having
you.
us,
Thanks for having
James.
us.
Thank you.